Hi, this video is designed to discuss rental billing while prorating your customer if you bill in advance or in the arrears. To get to the current screen we're on, just push the button that says items rented. And you're going to see that we have three invoices, invoice 73, 74, and 75. Invoice number 73 has a billing start date of March 20th. While the rest of my transactions are dated April 1st. If I open up invoice number 73, we're going to see that this first line item, the portable toilet rental, is prorated and has a billing start date of March 20th. Our second line item is the portable toilet service, which is not prorated, and I chose to select a flat rate. I don't want the system to calculate anything against it. I want to charge this customer $60 flat for the portable toilet service. Once you have determined your billing start date for the rental transaction, you're ready to do billing. After I run my billing, you're going to notice that invoice number 73 for Carla is going to be on the same billing cycle as everybody else. It'll all be caught up. To run your billing, simply go to Rental Info, Billing, Run Billing. Now, whether or not you bill in advance or in the arrears simply depends on what day you decide to do your billing. If you are billing in the arrears, you would choose the ending date of the current month you're in. Let's say, for instance, today is March 31st. If I chose March 31st as my ending date, the system will bill everything backwards. So whatever the current start date is, as an example, this customer will be billed from 3/20 through 3/31. However, because these other transactions are outside of our date range, they will be excluded. Once you post this to QuickBooks, since we're telling the system that this is March 31st, upon posting to QuickBooks, the system will automatically make this invoice number 73, its new start date will be 1 day past our ending date, which will be April 1st. So you'll see that this date will move to April 1st to be caught up with everybody else. Now, if you're billing in advance, then you're probably going to do a date that's at the end of the month. So if you're billing, say, April 1st, and you want to bill through the end of the month, April 30th, that'll give you your advanced billing in the future. In this scenario, I'm going to run this one. So I'm going to tell the system right now that the ending date for the batch I'm running is April 30th, which means that the system is going to bill this customer from March 20th through April 30th, and these other transactions will be billed from April 1st through April 30th. Upon posting to QuickBooks, the system will make all of these transactions May 1st. So I'm going to choose my criteria. I'm going to tell the system that April 30th is my ending date. Make sure you put 28 days in this billing cycle when you prorate. You'll get the most amount out of prorating against a 28-day cycle as opposed to a 29, 30, or 31-day cycle. So always make it 28 days. Then we can tell the system some default items, like do we want the location to show on the line item that goes to QuickBooks? The location being place the porta-john on mile marker 5 or next to field 5 at the baseball field. Wherever the unit is physically located at the current address it's at, that can show on the line item in QuickBooks. You can also show whether or not to display the item's serial number, and if you had multiple rental transactions with the same customer name on it, you can combine those transactions into one invoice that goes to QuickBooks. Once you've selected your criteria, click on Generate Pre-Billing and say yes. Then I can push the button that says View Pre-Billing to see what the system generated for me. You're going to see over here now that the system automatically billed Carla a prorated month. She was billed from the 20th of March through April 30th for both these items. One was a prorated amount and the other was a flat rate. And of course, everybody else on that item, on the rental transaction page, on the items rented page, got billed from the 1st through the 30th. Once I'm content with my billing batch, all I have to do is tell the system what date do I want to appear on the invoice that goes to QuickBooks. Let's make it April 1st. If you wanted to, you can also pick and choose which items you want to post to QuickBooks, leaving others on the batch. Simply select the items you want to post to QuickBooks and choose Only Post Selected. I'm going to post everything, and I'm going to push the button that says Post to QuickBooks and say yes. Now, you'll see when I go to my items rented screen, notice how everybody now has a billing start date of May 1st. This Carla is now on the same cycle or the same billing cycle as everybody else on your items rented screen. You can also then see what the invoice looks like once it goes to QuickBooks. You see that it gave me the item, and it gave you the pricing. You can also choose to have a class associated if you so choose. And that's today's video on how to do a batch billing while prorating in advance or in the arrears. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.